Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Okay, so let's get into it. All righty then. Let's talk about Smackdown. It was quite the show, was it not? Everybody was on here getting smacked around. It's very, very interesting. But I'm going to tell you all about it. And for those of you who missed it and just want to listen to me rant and rave, well, it's happening. First things first, our wonderful champion decided to grace us with his presence today. He made it very clear that everything that has been happening because of him. It's all a part of his master plan. You see, John Cena is a genius, and everybody cannot recognize his genius. Oh my God. We have to praise the genius of John Cena because he's always 15 steps ahead, man. He knew that Randy Orton would accept that challenge or at least want to have that fight in his hometown. He knew because Randy couldn't fathom not beating John Cena in his hometown. So he goaded Randy into that win. And well, it turned out the way he thought. He's champ. And John Cena gets to walk away, leaving Randy Orton in the dust, right? Right. Oh, and obviously, Mania was a plan from the beginning. I mean, nobody predicted what John Cena had up his sleeve for WrestleMania, and the list goes on and on and on. That's what we got from John Cena today. Arrogance, pompous windbag. Until, well, someone came out to ensure that he could stop talking. Cody Rhodes came out there and evened the score. And Cody Rhodes basically, big up John Cena because he was right about one thing. Everything that he wanted to do came to fruition. All of it. Everything he had set up, everything that he was ready to go with had all come to fruition. The only problem is that last Saturday, John Cena did not anticipate losing to Cody Rhodes. He was pinned by Cody, and it was counted 1, 2, 3. That was it. So in the midst of all of this, Randy Orton shows up. It makes it very clear that John Cena didn't necessarily beat him. What John Cena did was he utilized the circumstances of the environment and he was able to win, which, in all fairness, had nothing to do with him. Really, it was Nick Aldis that came out there and inserted himself in the midst of the match. And Randy Orton did have an opportunity to beat John Cena. Then LA Knight shows up and all hell breaks loose because LA Knight calls John Cena a bald-headed bitch. I can't make it up even if I tried, man. I can't. I can't. But he calls John Cena a bald-headed bitch and tells everybody in there that he is going to be the king of the ring. And if he has to go through a Viper, a Nightmare, and again, that bald-headed bitch, well, that's exactly what he's going to do. So instead, John Cena walks away, but not before he gets his ass kicked by Ron Killings. Ron Killings attacked John Cena for the third time and took him out. And John Cena was very pissed off. He went after Nick Aldis and was hollering and screaming in his face about how he's being attacked. And Ron Killings really don't give a shit. He really don't care. But this led to the first match of the night. Now, instead of stretching out this tournament, okay, which in all honesty, they can't, because by next week they need to be finished with this tournament, because by the 27th, that is when Night of Champions happens, that next day on the 28th. So they can't stretch the tournament out. And they had to do everybody's tournament matches tonight. That's why we only saw one-off match today. And the rest of the matches were just the Fatal 4-Ways for the tournament. So what I'm going to do is go through the one-off match now, and then we'll get into the tournament. And that one-off match was a story-lined match with the Wyatt Six. They had their re-debut match over on Smackdown against the Motor City Machine Guns, and it was pretty decent. But Motor City Machine Guns could not contest with the family and their unwavering need to beat everyone and show people why they should never forget about the Wyatt Six. I said, okay. Love that for you. You're doing great. You're doing great. Now let's get into this tournament. All right. First match of the night was LA Knight, Randy Orton, Carmelo Hayes, and Aleister Black. I gotta say, this match was actually really, really fun. It was fun to watch. It was a lot going on, but ultimately, Randy Orton was the winner. Randy is the one who advances in the tournament, and in the semifinals, he will face off against Sami Zayn on Smackdown next week. Now, in this match, the reason why LA Knight didn't win is because LA Knight on Monday cost Braun Breaker his opportunity, so Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker decided to return the favor, which, fair enough. But at the same time, they did get involved in the Money in the Bank ladder match, costing LA Knight his opportunity. So, turnabout is fair play. And if I was LA Knight, since they came in my business again, I would be in Bronson Reed's ass on Monday. Okay, that's just me. But anyways, a good matchup. Carmelo Hayes looked great. I have Carmelo Hayes to win this match. I did not have Randy winning this match at all. So I'm low-key kind of mad. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Let's move on to the next match we saw. It was the Queen of the Ring tournament for the Fatal 4-Way. The first leg of the bracket for SmackDown was Piper Niven, Jade Cargill, Michin, and of course, the former Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax. So, this match was actually pretty solid. The only thing that sucked was Nia Jax's selling. I don't know what the issue was, but sis wasn't set right in the first part when Michin was doing that springboard black backflip off of the bottom turn, the bottom rope of the ring. And Nia was standing there, but she wasn't standing close enough to bear the brunt of the backflip. So instead of just moving out of the way, and just looking like a really smart person in the match. She stood there and didn't really eat any of it, didn't really catch me chin because she didn't really get a chance to get a good hold of her. And that's no shade to her doing her job, but it's just like it looked wonky, it felt wonky. It looked weird. She didn't fall immediately. She kind of just dropped to one knee and then fell on her back, which was weird. I was just like, girl, you could have just fell out. Like, oh, oh, it was so disappointing. But ladies and gentlemen, ultimately Jade Cargill was the one to win. She is the one who was able to get Piper's ass in the air. After she hit her with that grand slam, I don't know what she calls it. What do Jade Cargill call a move that she do? Her finisher.
Jaded.
Is it called Jaded?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a grand slam to me. What a glam slam is what's his name used to call it. What's her name? Beth Phoenix. She used to call it the glam slam. So I used to call it the glam slam. And it is the glam slam, so whatever. Anyways, Jade Cargill was able to pick up the W. Okay, so love that for Jade. Jade Cargill was my pick anyway, so I was happy about that. The women's match, thank you, Aaliyah. I appreciate you. The women's match was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It was fun to watch. Now, let us segue from the women's match into some conversations. Jacob Fatu was on Smackdown today, had his moments, seeing as how he cost Solo his opportunity at the Money in the Bank briefcase. Jacob Fatu made it very clear that Solo didn't make him, and Solo wasn't a part of him being who he is. He also said that just because you family doesn't mean you get to take credit for other people's accomplishments, and just because you're family doesn't mean you get to just disrespect people. And he's right. He is 1000% correct. And to be fair, let us call a spade a spade. Jacob Fatu was a champion and a top billing superstar long before he got to WWE, and everybody knew who Jacob Fatu was. But I will tell you this, nobody knew who Solo was before Solo got there. Let's just keep it all the way funky. Let's just keep it all the way real. Jacob Fatu was not sitting at home on his ass waiting for a phone call from Solo, okay? We all know this, but let's just clear some shit up. Okay? Okay? Jacob Fatu was over at MLW tearing shit up. Period. Okay? Champion for multiple years in MLW. Let's not do that. The only championship Solo ever had was the North American Championship, and he had to get that bitch back because they said legally he was not the champion. So while you sit up here clocking everybody else's money and their time and what they was doing, you need to be more concerned about yours. Fake and fraudulent is the legacy that you have left behind, okay? Let's keep it all the way funky. I would have tore your ass up. But Solo made it very clear. While Jacob was cutting his promo, he cut him off. And Solo made it very clear that next week he is going to forgive and forget everything that Jacob has done. But all Jacob got to do is say 4 words, okay? I love you, Solo. He really into the love. Anyways, before he did all of that, he made it very clear that he made Jacob, that he gave Jacob everything, that he's the one who brought him in, that he was broke, sitting at home doing nothing. And he said everything that every black mama has ever said to every black child that has ever been born in this world. Okay? Now, unless your mama didn't grow up old school, she probably didn't say this to you, but my mama said this to me. My mama has told me on many occasions, I brought you into this world, and I will take your ass out. Okay? That's what he said. Usually Solo don't do his own dirty work anyway. It usually will be somebody like JC Mateo, no neck Mateo, or it'll be somebody else that he might add into his crew. Now, from what I understand, they saying that Hikuleo is supposed to be coming to the main roster very soon, and he's supposed to be going up with Solo to reinvigorate Solo having a crew or whatever. I don't know what all that means, but I guess that time Jacob did that moonsault when he was like 40 pounds heavier on MLW still scared me for life. And he used to do that shit all the time and was going viral on TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. Meanwhile, Solo was standing next to Roman, not saying nothing. So don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Our beautiful Miss Money in the Bank had something to say. Okay. Now she watched Jade win her leg of the tournament. She wasn't happy about it, but it is what it is. But Naomi has bigger fish to fry. You see, Naomi is Miss Money in the Bank, and if she takes her eyes off the prize, then she could very well be a failed cash-in. So she is zeroing in on Miss Tiffy time and making sure that Tiffany Stratton understands that she is not safe. Now, she came out there to address the WWE Universe because she wanted them to make sure they understood that y'all was the ones around here doubting me, treating me like shit. But now that I'm looking out for myself and I'm getting mines, I'm Miss Money in the Bank. And it's all thanks to me. Me. Now, she went on to address Tiffany Stratton. She said, I distinctly remember there was a little gnat running around with this very same briefcase, humping over me, busting me in my head every chance she got while I was facing off against Nia Jax. So, little Miss Tiffany Stratton, you are on notice, my dear. And here comes Tiffany Stratton coming out there cutting off Naomi before she could finish her conversation. And she's like, girl, if you want to do it, then just do it. Go ahead. She's like, oh, wait, you can't, can you? And that's because you haven't changed. You're still the same. All talk, no action. I was like, wah, wah, wah. Naomi was like, girl, do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm Bubba the Fool? They were like, what? She was like, bitch, you heard me. I was like, sell it. Sell it. She said, no, baby girl, no. See, I am going to enjoy and relish in torturing you until I find the perfect time to take your lily white ass out. And when I do, it's going to be oh so sweet. Because not only am I going to bust you in the side of your head with this briefcase, but I'm also going to take your women's championship. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Then she walked away, cackling and laughing. And Nia had been out there the whole time. I don't know why, but she was. And got up, child, and bust Tiffany Stratton in the bike. Tiffany trying to fight, but couldn't fend her off. As Naomi was trying to get in the ring, this gave a little distraction. And then Nia was able to get Tiffany down and hit her with the annihilation. Now, it seemed like Naomi was trying to get in that ring and possibly cash in, but Nia stopped her. Nia was like, "Nah, she mine. Get your ass out of here." I would have took a chair to Nia's back and told her ass a new one and beat up Tiffany Stratton some more and cashed in. But don't tell me what to do, ho. You lucky I ain't cashing in on you. Shit. Now, John Cena was in his feelings about getting attacked by R-Truth. He didn't like that at all. So he went back there to go talk to Jimmy. And he said, Jimmy, do you know where Ryan Killings is? Do you know? And Jimmy said, no. No, not that raggedy ass bracket. Yeah, babe. Yeah, babe. And she had a lukewarm reaction too. And she was in Lexington, Kentucky. And usually in the Midwestern and style in the Southern states specifically, Tiffany got a pretty decent rapport with people, but Their reaction to her was very mid. It was very lukewarm. It was very unbecoming. I was like, "Oh, do y'all not like her no more? I thought she was y'all saving grace." Wowzers. Mm. Any whoosies. So John Cena came back out there and was like, "Listen." Nicole said, "I don't even want to talk about it because it's a mess. I feel her." But listen, John Cena was like, "If you see him, tell him to come out there because I'm going to the ring." I would be like, "Bitch, tell him yourself." The fuck? So, okay. She said, Nicole said, "Girl been lukewarm with the crowd for almost a month now. It's because she gives warm spit." And that's what she gives. Especially with the outfit she had on today. I don't care what nobody says. What are we doing? I know it's supposed to be like pseudo gear. I understand that. But really, are you for real? Girl, okay. Anyways, so John Cena came out there to address Ron Killings. And he was like, after a while, the disrespect just gets to be too much. And that's when you just have to start fighting. And I was like, oh, now you want to act like you got some goddamn sense. Now you want to act like you know how to fight. No, no, no. I'm going to keep attacking and beating your ass. I'm going to keep doing it. So he called out R-Truth, but R-Truth was not the one who came out. It was none other than his arch nemesis, one of his greatest rivals, and CM Punk. Well, Punky had a little bit to say to John Cena. You see, CM Punk said, "I'm going to give you the opportunity to leave this alone and let these people put you up on that pedestal and celebrate you the way that they should." The real John Cena, not this corporate monkey that is standing before us, the guy who for 25 years was back there doing the job and making sure little kids felt great. That's the guy that deserves to be put up on the pedestal and retiring on his own merit. I'm going to give you the opportunity. And once I extend this hand, if you slap it, then I cannot be responsible for the things that I do or say later. And John Cena, in true fashion, was like, "Why the fuck would I do that? I don't give a fuck about these people, and I don't have to. I don't need no pedestal from them. So fuck you and your motherfucking golden opportunity." CM Punk was like, "All right, bitch. I tried it your way. Now we gonna do it mine." So we copying niggas now? We are copying niggas now? I was the one who told you I was taking the championship and I was leaving forever. And did. I left. Now it wasn't forever ever. But I did do what I said I was gonna do. And here you come 10 years later saying the same shit. What we doing? Rewriting history? Are we studying people now? Are we still in the gag? Are we still in the game? Standing there looking like a grown toddler. And he was like, "You know what? It's crazy because I want to strike that from the record. Me even saying some shit like that because I sound like you. I sound like the John Cena from the PG era. That's you. And you are out here sounding like me. Damn. It's almost as if you took everything that I said and did, reworked it and regurgitated it for your own." If it was me and I was out there, I'd have been like, "Oh my gosh. How colonizer of you." I mean, that's all you know how to do is just steal and regurgitate and turn it into something that I didn't create. Yeesh. You're not doing a good job at it, love. And then he goes, "CM Punk is here again to save the day, to make your final run palatable." The difference between you and I, though, Johnny Boy, is that I will never stop. You see, I will continue to follow you wherever you go, whether it's on that punk ass jet that you fly on or whether it's on a bus down the street. I will continue to follow you until I take you down. Because I'm relentless. I won't stop. I can't stop. And I'm going to make sure that since you want to end wrestling, I'm going to save it. I'm going to do it. He cussed John Cena's ass out, up, ways, down, right, asunder. Toe that man up, okay? Toe him up. Child. One thing CM Punk know how to do, and that is read a bitch, okay? Now, after it was over, after the little read was done, he left out the ring, held his hands up, and watched Ron Killings beat the brakes off of John Cena once again. Put him in his own move in the STFU and left that man in that move. And everybody was screaming and hollering for Ron Killings to let it go. And the only person who was just petty enough to say something ignorant was CM Punk. And that man walked up to the edge of that ring and said, "Oh, John, I'm so sorry. But the truth hurts." Now, John Cena was able to scurry his ass away. Not only did he scurry away, but that man was limping with a massive Charlie horse. Baby, he was screaming in pain. It's because you're not drinking enough water. You got to slow down on the protein shakes and the salt. That cause you to cramp. It's a little tip. Anyways, child, let's get back to the tournament, huh? The last two matches of the night were as follows. Charlotte Flair took on Candice LeRae, Alexa Bliss, and not Chelsea Green because Chelsea decided that she was going to be at home. Instead, it was Alba Fire who participated in this Queen of the Ring tournament. And it wasn't a bad match, but it took a little while for it to get going. I don't know if it was the random people in the match, but it took a little bit for this match to get its feet wet, if that makes sense. Now, Bliss and Charlotte decided they was going to troll each other at the beginning of the match. When Bliss was being interviewed by Byron, Charlotte Flair interrupted in typical Queen fashion. But when Charlotte Flair was doing her entrance, Alexa Bliss took it upon herself to make sure she interrupted her and came out to her music. Charlotte couldn't even finish getting down the ramp. She had to come down the ramp to Alexa Bliss's music, which in itself is massively disrespectful. But to Bliss's credit, Charlotte was interrupting her. So, Charlotte, you get what you owe, okay? Now, in the beginning, the girls was a little slow, but it began to pick up towards the end. Now, Charlotte Flair had ended up getting Alba Fire in her signature figure 8. And Bliss was able to hit Candice LeRae with the DDT of Sister Abigail, okay? But the only problem is Alba Fire didn't tap in time and Candice LeRae's shoulders were down and they counted Candice LeRae, which means Alexa Bliss is the one who advanced. And I knew it. I wanted Charlotte to win, but I knew that Bliss was going to win because they are starting her redemption arc and they are going to give her a totally different character very, very soon. We're going to start to see some new shades of Charlotte Flair. The only way to do that is to keep kicking her while she's down. Gotta force her hand. Other than that, it was a halfway decent match. The girls put on a halfway decent match. Now, the final match of the night was the men's tournament, and it was Andrade, Shinsuke Nakamura, Cody Rhodes, and Damian Priest. These were your final competitors of the night. And they competed very, very well against each other, if I might say so myself. Now, these four men put on a banger of a match. I will give them that. But it was obvious that Cody was going to be the victor in this match. And I hate that for them because it didn't have to go that way, honestly. They could have given it to someone else, but obviously, that is the one thing that Cody hasn't won in WWE yet. And I kind of figured that they were going to do this for Cody. But he hasn't necessarily won the King of the Ring tournament yet. He's just advanced in the tournament. Now, currently, the King of the Ring tournament, the brackets are set, man. And a lot of people like me and my homeboy Rashard from Culture Cast, shout out to Culture Cast, and Alexis and Nicole made our picks yesterday. And if you missed it, you can head on over to Down for the Counts YouTube channel and check it out. But man, we did not anticipate Randy Orton winning, and that in itself has ruined the entire bracket for the men. I think for the women, we're pretty set. The only thing that was ruined for Nicole is the fact that Charlotte didn't advance in the tournament. But I said that she wasn't. I said that she was not going to advance and that it was going to be Bliss that advanced over her. Right now, this is where we stand in terms of the brackets. Roxanne Perez has advanced for Raw. Jade Cargill advanced for SmackDown. Alexa Bliss has also advanced for SmackDown. And we are waiting on the final four for Monday's fatal four-way to determine who is going to advance in the semifinals. All of the semifinal matches will take place on Friday on SmackDown. On the men's side, on the men's side, we have Cody Rhodes who advanced for SmackDown, Sami Zayn who advanced for Raw, and Randy Orton who advanced for SmackDown. And on Monday, they will determine who is going to advance on the men's side, because the mystery person for that fourth person in that Raw bracket was none other than Jey Uso, due to the fact that he lost to Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, he ain't used to be stretched like that. Oh, child. Now, from what I heard, when it came to Jey Uso losing his championship, the reason why that is because, like Alexis thought they was going to say, and what she alluded to on the show, once again, you need to go watch it if you want to hear everybody's thoughts, was that they wanted Gunther to defend his title against Goldberg. He's not going to beat the man, so I don't understand why he did that. That was a waste of a title shot, in my opinion, and it's a waste of time. Gunther and Goldberg's fight didn't need to have a title attached to it, because Goldberg isn't going to win it. So it's a waste of time, in my opinion. But it seems like the Saudi shows are shaping up, ladies and gentlemen. No, for real.
Because they could have let Jay keep it and let Goldberg pop up and start talking cash shit to Gunther, like Gunther was doing him.
Right? Would that have been?
It would have made more sense that way.
Oh, I'm so distraught. I'm so disgusted. I'm disgusted. But whatever. I mean, Gunther's got the title. It's not like it's going to be running to the ground with Gunther having it. Whatever. You want to have it, have it. You're going to lose it to Seth Rollins anyway, so it doesn't matter. As long as Jey Uso don't have to be the one to eat the pin, I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want. Anyways, next week, it has been decided that John Cena will face off against Ron Killings, a.k.a. R-Truth, next Friday. That is going to be probably your main event on Friday. And I'm sure John Cena is going to eat the pin on this one. Non-title boss, he's going to be a loser. And I love that for me. Anywhoosies, that is your SmackDown show. It really wasn't anything other than tournament conversations and advancements of certain feuds that were happening. But they did a really good job of keeping you interested throughout the night. And they went all the way up until the 11 o'clock moniker. So I was happy. I wasn't mad at the show. I thought that they did a lot. And they alluded to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes eventually having it out at some point. It's going to be very, very interesting seeing how everything is going to play out once things begin to really unravel in WWE. But y'all, my bike is killing me. So I'm going to tell y'all like this, okay? I love y'all and I appreciate y'all for coming in here and listening to me. There are a few more things that are going to be coming up over here on the channel. I'm going to finally finish Becky Lynch's book and do an analysis of it as I'm doing it. We also are going to have a couple more segments. I think that I want to do an analysis on R-Truth, so you can kind of understand where he is, because some people are a little confused. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to be doing something called The Business, and I'll get to that in a second. But I'll make sure you guys know when all that stuff is happening. But if you want to be notified of when I'm posting new videos, because I really do enjoy when you guys comment on my videos outside of my live, it really helps the conversation keep going, and I really like that. I like hearing your ideas. So please engage. Please, please, please. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe so you know exactly when I'm posting, and you too can be a part of the country. You know what I'm saying? Come over to the United States of Tiffany. It's fun over here. Okay? I am not a dictator. I am a president. A president. Okay? But I am not elected. But I'm not a dictator. I appreciate all of you for coming over here. Please make sure you stay. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, like I said. And I will see you guys in my next one. Love you bunches. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.